recording has started, and I'll keep an eye out for anyone else that might be joining us. All right, so come on over to your mats. And we're going to start today in restorative bridge. So just grab one block. I like to place it on the lower level. And we're just going to slide it right underneath our sacrum, so just at your lower back. And take your time, scooch it around, make sure that you're comfortable. So comfortable that you can just relax all of your body weight onto your block. And then once you're there, eyes closed. Starting with our nice deep inhales and exhales. Just tuning out the outside world. And just containing ourselves physically and emotionally, mentally, in that little bubble around our mat. Don't worry about anything else. Just breathe. Muscles relax as your breathing deepens. And then from here, bring your left knee into your chest. And just grab a hold of your leg, your shin. And if it's available, slide your right leg straight. Just let your right leg relax, heel on the mat. If that's a little too much for your back, you can keep your knee bent. And just breathe right there. Just a few more breaths. And then releasing that leg. Bend both knees. And let's bring our hips up, remove the block. And find your strap. The end of the strap is going to go onto our right foot. And then just wrap your hand around the strap enough so that your arm is straight. You can relax your arm and just let the weight of your arm hold your leg into place. So coming right away into that edge, into that stretchy feeling in the back of your leg. Just allowing your arm to relax, the rest of your body to relax. Eyes can be closed, or you can just soften your gaze. Breathing in right down to your belly. Exhaling completely. And as we breathe, as your body starts to open, perhaps that leg comes in a smidgen more. Don't force it. Just allow it to be a natural oozing, a natural stretching. Every once in a while, scan your body. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere. Just let it go with each exhale. Relax. Breathe. Especially at this busy time of year. It's so nice just to take this time, just to be quiet. Taking this time for yourself. Nobody to worry about, nobody to take care of. It's all about you. We're going to let our right leg, just fall open towards the right side. And you can let it hang out in space, or you could put a block underneath your thigh, if that's what you'd like today, just to prop up your leg a little bit. And try to keep your back flat on the mat. And just feel that opening in your inner thigh. Settle in, find your edge. And just starting to relax. And deepening the breath. You might notice that your leg is gradually starting to fall open towards the ground. And if you've got a block under your thigh, you want to open up a little more. You can just slide the block further away from your body towards your foot. And if your foot perhaps is already on the ground, you can just think about pulling your foot up closer towards your head. So again, we're all going to be different in these poses. There's no expectations. There's no perfect way. We just let our bodies fit into the pose. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out through your nose. No hurries, no worries. Slowly draw your leg up. Keep the strap on your right foot, but grab it with your left hand, both ends. And now from here, your back is flat on the mat, and we're just going to pull our right leg across our body. Keep your back flat on the mat. You're going to feel outer leg IT band stretch. So depending on your flexibility, you might not be able to come across too far, and that's okay. You might even feel it below your knee on the outside of your leg. Sometimes I like to take my right thumb, my right hand, and just make sure that my right hip is pressed down into the mat. And again, you're finding the length all down the outer right leg. Just breathe. And I find for me, this stretch is a bit of a challenge. This is one of my tight areas. So you really have to focus on the breath. You have to find your stillness. Find your comfort within the discomfort. And again, if you find eventually that your body wants to open a little bit more, maybe your leg just falls a little bit closer towards the left side of your mat. Keep your hips and your back flat though. Maybe you want to play around with bringing your foot closer to your face or farther away. Again, each of us, the stretch is going to be designed for your body, individualized to your body, where we have to learn to listen to what feels good, what feels right, perhaps not feeling completely comfortable, but our intuition kicks in here and it knows, where do we need to be right now? And then from here, take your right arm straight out from your shoulder, palm facing up. And we're going to roll that leg all the way over to the left. So now we can let our torso twist over to the left. So just coming into a spinal stretch, getting into the lower back, perhaps the hip and the glute, abdominals. And again, just letting your leg fall over. You can always, again, take your block and prop up your leg if you want. Put it right underneath. Just let yourself relax. Let yourself be supported if that's what you'd like today. Or you can just let gravity do its thing. Nice deep breath in, long breath out. Notice your right arm. Just allow it to relax all the way down to your fingertips. Soften your jaw. Relax your shoulders. Bring yourself all the way onto your back. And we're going to take that strap away. Good. From here, we're going to come into tree pose. So your right foot still, we're still working on the same leg. Your right foot is pressed against the inside of your left thigh. Here's where it might get a little tricky. You're going to take your right foot underneath your left thigh. And you're going to grab your right foot with your left hand. Okay, so right foot, left hand. I have to lift my legs up to do this. And then let your right leg fall all the way back down onto the mat. Bend your left knee and grab your left shin with your right hand. So we're kind of twisting ourselves into a little pretzel. And if you can't reach your foot, no worries. Grab your strap, wrap it around your foot. So from the front, just in case you need to see this. So right leg underneath, left leg. Grab your right foot with your left hand, and then pull your left knee in. This is a version of cat pulling its tail. And just try and relax your right thigh, your right hip flexor. So you're going to feel that nice oozy stretch all down the front of your leg there. See if you can breathe and send your breath all the way down, right down to your knee. Maybe just noticing how intense the stretch feels when we first come into it. As we stay, as we breathe, as we relax, that intensity might go from a 10 out of 10 to maybe a 9 or an 8 out of 10. And again, there's no judgment or expectations, just kind of notice tuning in how your body's reacting each week. Breathing in and breathing out. Release. Let's come all the way up to seated position. One more stretch on the right side before we switch over. So swinging around, we're going to come into pigeon pose. So keep your right knee bent in front of you, nice and wide, and then just slide your left leg behind you. And then roll yourself over so that your hip bones are pointing onto the ground towards your mat. Your block, if you want, can go right underneath your right bum cheek for a little bit of support. If this bothers your bent knee at all, drop your hip right away down to the ground and just stay here. All right, we want to be feeling this kind of in the area of our hip and our glute on the right side. So again, settle your body into the pose, however that might work for you today. And then once you're there, relax. You can stay up on your hands. You can come onto your forearms. You can come all the way down to the earth. Just gonna breathe. Pigeon pose is a huge hip opener. And a lot of times we hold our stress, our emotions in our hips. So you might notice emotions, feelings, happy or sad, coming through. You're holding this pose. And just know that it's okay. You're safe. You can breathe. Just let whatever happens, happens. Try to relax your hips. Soften your jaw. Relax your shoulders. And let's slowly make our way up. Plunk yourself onto your right hip and swing your legs around. And we'll make our way onto our backs, grabbing your strap. And hopefully I can remember all of that on the other leg. But I invite you first just to lie down. And once again, settle into your mat with your back body. And notice how the right leg feels, how your right hip feels. Does it feel a little longer than the left? Maybe a little more stretched than the left? And then we'll grab our strap, putting it on the left leg, left foot. This end of the strap goes into your left hand. And again, I like to wrap my hand around the strap a couple of times. And just making my arm completely relax. The weight of my arm is what's holding my leg into the nice juicy stretch. your breath. Nice big inhale and exhale. And as we switch over to the other side of our body, you might notice that one side's a little tighter than the other. Perfectly normal. This big breath in, a long breath out. Just a few more breaths. And then slowly letting your right leg or left leg open out to the left. And again, here you might want to prop your leg up with a block. You don't have to. You can just let it hang out in the air. Sometimes I like to just feel, it's almost like you don't even notice it, but the gradual opening, millimeter by millimeter, as your leg slowly opens. It's almost like watching a flower bloom open and you're watching it in slow motion. Just let it happen naturally. Finding your breath. Breathing in, breathing out. Let's bring that leg up. And again, keeping your back flat on the mat. Grab the strap with your right hand, just easing it across your body. So not all the way. So you want to feel this all on the outer part of your left leg. Your left hip is still pressed into the ground. Again, I sometimes like to hook my hand into my left hip crease just to keep that hip from sneaking up. You can play around with your leg closer towards your head or farther away. Slowly let your left leg fall all the way across. Left arm, palm face out, straight out from your shoulder. Again, if you want to take a block on any of the heights, there's 3 heights to our block. You can prop up your leg if that's what you want to do today. Just feeling that nice, juicy stretch in your lower back. Feeling it in your hip, perhaps. Noticing it in your abdominals. Breathe in, breathe out. And let's bring your leg all the way up. We're going to come into that, tie yourself up in a pretzel one. So step by step. We're going to get into the pose together. So you're going to take your left foot on the inside of your right thigh. And then you're going to snuggle that left foot right underneath your leg. And reach down and grab your foot with your hand, with your right hand. Use your strap if you need to. All right. And then just letting that left thigh relax on the mat as you draw your right knee in. And right away, oh my goodness, you feel that down the front of your left thigh. Breathe in and breathe out. Unclench whatever you might be clenching. Think about your jaw, your shoulders, your hip. Each exhale, soften. And if you find your body wants to wiggle a little bit deeper into the pose, try that out, see how it feels. But never trying to force anything. Always letting it happen naturally. And let's slowly come out. And our final pose today is pigeon. So easing yourself up. And again, swinging around. So now your left knee will be bent in front of you. And you're just going to slide your right leg behind you. Notice both hip bones, and they're pointing straight down towards your mat. Use a block underneath your left hip if you like, for a little bit of support. And again, notice if this is bothering your left knee, then just come right down onto your hip. You're still going to get the benefit of the stretch without the pain in your knee. So take your time, coming down if you choose. And then just breathe. So again, just let your hips relax. Soften your jaw and your shoulders. just breathing in and out. And we'll slowly make our way up. Swing your legs around. And then just noticing here, maybe now your left leg feels stretched as long as your right leg. And we'll just finish in a seated position today, cross-legged. Let's turn our palms up on our legs, lengthen through our spine. And you can soften your gaze or close your eyes. And just take a few more deep breaths in through your nose and out through your nose. Think about breathing in calm, breathing in that nice white light. And breathing out whatever is not serving you today. Breathing in, filling up with everything good. And exhaling the rest. And just feeling that goodness slowly fill up your body, your head, your face, your arms, all the way down to your hands. Feel it swirling around in your torso, all the way down your legs to your toes. Flutter your eyes open. And we'll take a nice big breath in together, reaching up, stretching. One final sip of air. And then exhale, hands to heart. And I thank you all for joining me today. Namaste. And I'll just come and stop the recording.